Okay, now I want to talk about twin flame telepathy. And because I've I'm still going through this awakening process, I don't have a huge amount of information, or I don't have the full story on what exactly is going on. But I do know that especially when I was in the midst of this kind of ego death of this dark night of the soul aspect of my awakening process, our telepathy was very strong. Like I could think anything and he would know exactly what I was saying. We didn't even have to be in the same area. I tested this a few times by making a joke in my head, and then I'd see that he was smiling or struggling not to smile. So I think that's a big clue as well. Or kind of, I'm not really sure about that one, but I thought I'd share it anyways. Also, I can feel his emotions, and we can be, miles and miles apart. And if he's going through something stressful, I can feel that. The anxiety is it's a very physical reaction, and I'm doing nothing, stressful. And I won't even know that he's going through anything, and I'll find out later, and I'll be like, oh, that, how was I feeling that so intensely? Specifically the night before this past election, presidential election, I was insanely going a straight up panic attack. I had to have my tiger's eye and just hold on for dear life, because the anxiety in me it was almost it was magnified, whatever his anxiety was, because I don't know if he was feeling it as intensely. Now, another thing is, besides the telepathy and the emotional transference, I will, and this only really happens to me when I'm in a meditation, because I guess I'm in a relaxed and open space for getting these messages. But he can be looking at an object or looking at something or listening to a certain something, and I will get visuals of that in my mind during meditation. For instance, he was putting together a video, and a lot of it had to do with these images of fire, and I saw those things in my head during meditation, and I didn't know that he was doing that until I talked to him on the phone afterwards. Just weird stuff like that might happen to you, and it's hard not to get hung up on that. But I think really the whole point of this is just understanding that you are a twin flame, getting confirmation of it, because you will experience a lot of doubt during this process, especially when things are colored by your emotions, and when it gets hard you want to quit. So these are all just confirmations. Let's see, what else? Okay, so I spoke earlier of how he is the more introvert, and I'm the extrovert in our relationship. Also, something that I want to tell you is that I've grown up, my soul has found it necessary to be around people who have trouble expressing their emotion, their true emotion. I grew up in a family of people that could not express their emotion verbally or any other way. It's meant for my soul to probably have to learn that on my own without having to be shown. So since he has, which has always been a hot button issue for me with my twin, but also there's an aspect of myself that's unemotional or that has trouble expressing emotion as well. So based on the law of attraction, I can't receive that if I don't have it myself either. So I have to accept responsibility. Even though I might think that I want that, I'm not in the place to actually receive that at this point in time. But anyways, so during the awakening process, because I was feeling so much doubt and anxiety around our twin flame union, my spirit guide would bring me music that would perfectly illustrate his feelings about me or about our relationship. And it would, these songs would just be kind of served up to me on a platter, whether they were, lyrics that were dropped in my head of songs that I don't even, listen to, music I don't listen to, but I would look them up and it would be right spot on, And also, they would show up in my feed, whether that be like YouTube or iTunes recommended. I know YouTube works off an algorithm. I'm not an idiot, but these are things that they shouldn't be there. So you should look for those as signs as well. You know, really old music or music that has nothing to do with music that you've ever listened to. Those are clear signs. What I really would like to say about the twin flame thing is that you are meant to be a completely full and whole person on your own. That is what you already are. You're just kind of working through some issues. So it's not that you need someone else to complete you, because you are complete in yourself. Your soul is complete. But the thing is that a lot of times, I think in these twin flame unions, they're meant to show us all the aspects of ourselves that need healing, the things that we need to work on, and even if they encompass or they have some of the abilities, the strengths, the traits that we lack in, and vice versa, we only lack in them for the time being. Like, we're meant to see those things and build upon our own personal, individual, like, states of being. Although I do think that twins do have a mission together on Earth, and you know, like I said, however big or small, I believe that we do. Also, if you are not with your twin flame, I think that this is a huge benefit to you, even though that it hurts. You know, loneliness sometimes sets in, you know, feelings. You know, it's a lot easier to focus on yourself. Things are dealt with and healed easier when you can just focus on your own individual path and become, you know, a stronger, more together person, so that you can, you know, live in harmony with your twin. Because it's very difficult to be shown your not faults, but the things that you need to work on, your insecurities, all that stuff. It's hard to be shown that through someone that you love and care about on a daily basis if you're together. You know, it's a really difficult path to walk. So even though loneliness sets in, you know, just think of it as, you know, you're getting to be the best person that you can for your soulmate. If you're in a relationship that's not your twin, I feel like that you will not be put in a position or put in a relationship that's not necessary for your soul's growth. That you don't need to be taught certain things or have certain experience through this person that you're with currently. It's all for your personal growth. And if you're not with anyone, if you don't have a twin, you're just a very strong person individually on your own, and you have your own soul's mission that you need to complete, that you're meant to complete. So anyways, this is my experience on twin flames. I hope it helps a little bit, or that you can at least kind of like understand where I'm coming from. Maybe feel like you're not the only one that's going through it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I make videos maybe 3 to 4 times a week. So I would love it if you did. And thanks for watching.